Welcome, everyone. My name is Dina, and we'll get started in a couple of minutes. Whether you're watching us on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope, you can use the comments to say hi and let us know where you're joining us from. We'd love to hear from where you are joining us from and say hi. Hi, Amy Bendel. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Adam. Thank you for joining us. Really excited to have you here with us, and we're glad that you're excited as well to be here. Hi, Stuart. Thank you for joining us. One note is that this broadcast is live and public, as are your comments. We love hearing from you, and they display your questions and comments during the broadcast, so send them in. And let us know, keep saying hi, and let us know if you're joining us. And what we'd love to really hear from you is, what does kindness mean to you? You can put it in the chat. Again, what does kindness mean to you? And of course, say hi and let us know where you're joining us from. I think I saw that Gabriella, it says hi from New Jersey. Hi, Gabriella. Glad you're joining us. Hi, Kim. We always love having you. Thank you for joining us from Westchester, New York. And hi, Chris. Thank you for joining us from New York City. We're excited to have you on. And hi, Kim. So glad you're joining us with your daughter from Westchester, New York. Really excited to have you. And hi, Stuart, all the way from the United Kingdom. How wonderful. Thank you. And again, let us know what kindness means to you in the chat. And hi, Josh from Newton, Massachusetts. This is great. Again, what does kindness mean to you? Let us know in the chat. We'd love to hear from you, because this will be a big theme of what we're going to hear tonight from our guest author, which we're really excited about. So I am the Dina Zuckerberg, the executive director of MyFace, and MyFace is the leading nonprofit dedicated to changing the faces and transforming the lives of children and adults with craniofacial conditions. For nearly 70 years, MyFace has worked with patients and families to advocate for and provide comprehensive team care so critical to their overall well-being. Every day, we work to deliver support, education, and raise public awareness. So again, we are excited to have so many of you joining, and do let us know in the comments what it is, what does kindness mean to you? And before I welcome tonight's speaker, I first want to remind you that we will have more read alouds and virtual family hours performances by amazing partners are bringing to you throughout August. You can RSVP to receive invites to MyFace Virtual Summer Series at myface.org/summer series. And now I want to welcome our guest author, Pavle Sabic.
Hello.
Hey, welcome.
How are you doing?
Good, thank you. And how are you?
I am wonderful. Thank you very much.
Good. Let me introduce you. Pavle Sabic's career has spanned 15 years in a variety of industries across the world. His family emigrated from Croatia to Scotland when he was 9, where he graduated from the University of Edinburgh. Having a lonely planet disposition has taken Pavle all over the world. He's lived and worked in Croatia, Scotland, Italy, Spain, Dubai, Hong Kong, to name just a few. Taking from life's challenges and experiences, Pavle's belief is that travel, play, compassion, and curiosity are fundamental to our existence. He then decided to write the children's book, Walter the Wanderer, With the help of his friends Via Fang and Johnny Smith, also educated in Scotland, in the hope of inspiring our youth to share compassion and acceptance. We do need it more now than ever. And last September, Pavle actually joined us and sold his book at our Races for Faces event, where some of the proceeds went to my face. And everybody should mark their calendars because we will be doing a virtual event this year on September 26th. So welcome, Pavle, and really excited to have you. And I thought before we got started, could you share what inspired you to write this book?
Yes, absolutely. So I think that right now, more than ever, we live in a very globalized world and very multicultural world. So I thought it was very, very important to create a book for the younger generation to encourage them to be more accepting of people that are different and that look differently, different shapes and sizes and colors, because after all, we are only one human race. And the book really takes a look at animals in a variety of different animals that represent different people and different cultures in the world. And so Walter's journey is really about overcoming adversity along the way, but always maintaining compassion and openness as well. So I thought it's a very important message, and it's a kind of a book that I hope that I would have read when I was younger. So we wanted to enlist the help of my friend Via Fang and Johnny Smith to pull this together, who were all educated in Scotland as well. And of course, there's a big Scottish theme running through it, as you can see, a lot of tartan and plaid, and we might even have some Scottish music as well during this reading.
Great, thank you. So would you like to, before we get started, I just want to remind people to let us know what kindness means to you. And Ni Shen says, hey everyone, she's joining us from Staten Island, which is very nice. And Christy is joining us from Charleston, South Carolina.
Very
We've got people from all over joining us, so very exciting. And now if you can just share your book and read it to us. And then, again, I'm just reminding people to let us know what kindness means to you. And we'll talk about it afterwards.
Sounds fantastic. So I know that some people that have joined might have the book with them, so they can read along as well. But this book is called Walter the Wanderer, and it's an otter's tale on a grand and global scale. So let's see what kind of adventures Walter gets into. Well, it all starts here, where the tall green trees surround snow-capped mountains and wild rivers is where Walter the otter calls home. One day, an angry storm came and destroys his family's home. Walter and his family were scared, but they knew they had to find a new place to live. So the family, working with the camera here, the family set off on an adventure. They wander through the forest, across the fields, and over the sea until they find a place called Scotland. And you can see here Edinburgh Castle and the wonderful flag of Scotland. Interesting place. The animals in Scotland behaved very differently. They played bagpipes, wore kilts, danced the ceilidh. Interesting. Now, let's pause there for a second. Does everybody know what ceilidh music sounds like? Shout out if you say yes or if you say no, but maybe shout out if you want to hear it right now. Maybe we do a little jig. Let's do that. Let's see what ceilidh music sounds like. Are we ready? After 3. 1, 2, 3. It's quite jolly. There it is. Little bit peculiar, little bit different, but entertaining. Let's continue with the book. And he played soccer every chance he got. Okay. Now, even though Walter was a bit frightened, his curiosity was stronger. He started to enjoy the bagpipes, joined in the ceilidh, and played soccer every chance that he got. Oh, here we go. Walter was not only curious, but he was a dreamer. Walter's dreams were real because he believed, like the time he met Nessie, the mysterious Loch Ness monster. Look how big that monster is. It goes out of the page. And I think the duckies here are a little bit scared because their bottoms are up in the air and they're down in the loch, in the lake. Let's see what happens next. Still, Walter, it was very hard for Walter. It was very, very hard. And the Scottish animals didn't speak his language. But he went to school and he kept learning. And he braved these islands to make his new home the Highlands. Here he is. Now he finally grew big enough to make his own bothy, which is this hut here. That's what you call it in Scotland. Have his own kilt, which is this cool thing here. And he felt very, very proud. Well, what does he do with that pride? Well, he was inspired. As you can see here, his family's move to Scotland inspired him. And Walter decided it was time to see the world. Walter set off on an adventure yet again. Right, now we're going to go to different countries. And I want you guys to remember which countries and how many countries we're going to go to with Walter. Here is the first one. I don't know if anybody knows. People that have read the book already are cheating, but actually they're informed. It's Spain. He wandered to Spain and saw the beautiful buildings with his new friend, the bull. And they say vamos in Spain, which means let's go. So let's all say vamos together after 3. We can throw our hands up in the air as well. 1, 2, 3, vamos! I think I heard you guys from here. Fantastic. Okay, where to next? He wandered to Italy and ate ice cream. Oh, I do like ice cream. With the marmot. Oh, this is the marmot in the back of the Vespa. And they say ciao, ciao. Okay, let's all say ciao after 3. 1, 2, 3, ciao. Fantastic, which means hello. We're learning new languages here. Next, he wandered to France and met his best friend, Francis the owl. And he said, bisous, bisous. Now, bisous means kisses, which is what you give your mom and your dad. And after 3, you can either say bisous or you can give your mom or your dad a kiss. So after 3, 1, 2, 3, bisous. Wonderful. I can feel the love and compassion from here. Let's carry on. Right. He wandered to Japan and learned from macaque monkey samurai. How cool. Look at that samurai sword. And they're practicing. And practicing in Japanese means, or is said, renshu. Renshu. So after 3, let's all say renshu. 1, 2, 3. Renshu. Okay. He wandered to China. Well, all the way to China. And learned how to write calligraphy. Oh, a very fancy way of writing. With a crane. So here's the crane. And he says, Xing Fu. And Xing Fu means happiness. And I hope that you're all happy right now reading this book together. I know that I am, as we're together and we're reading this book about adventure and compassion. So, Jing Fu. Let's try and say that after 3. 1, 2, 3. Jing Fu. Wonderful. Brilliant. I definitely can hear you guys from here. Oh, and here we go. Best place ever. Walter's curiosity even took him to the US of A. To an American football match. They were shouting, defense. So after 3, 1, 2, 3, defense. He also went to other places. Walter also met animals that were unhappy and angry, really angry. For example, the duck quacked at him in confusion. That's not very nice. The rhino, Sudan, sounded off at him in annoyance. These animals are not very friendly. The fox glared at him in anger. He's angry. You can see his teeth there. Oh, he's so angry. The mouse squeaked at Walter to go away. And the cat hissed him away. Well, Walter climbed up a tree and he stared at the sky. And he wondered how to show the animals that he cared, that he was their friend. And then he had an idea. He would give the animals a great big hug. Great idea. So Walter went back and hugged the rhino's leg because the rhino was too big to hug anything else. Even the duck allowed Walter to give her a hug. And down here, the mouse hugged Walter's leg because Walter was too big for the mouse. And now, the more the animals Walter hugged, the more the animals wanted to be hugged. Everybody had the hug bug. What a wonderful thing. They're all now becoming friends through Walter's compassion. By now, Walter had spent so much time wandering. He forgot what Scotland looked like. We can't have that. So he decided to make the journey back home with his samurai sword and his Yankees hat and all these different things he picked up along the way. When he returned, he found that the Scottish rain had washed his house, his bothy, away. Walter felt sad and alone once again. He started to cry. He kept wandering around where his bothy used to be, with his hands behind his back and his head hanging low, wondering where did it all go. He's up a tree again. But one morning, while Walter was up high, trying to find the end of the sky, he decided that he would rebuild his house, yes, to be even stronger than before. Let's do this. So he set to work. Great. While Walter was working hard on his house, the duck landed next to him with some nails, carrying a bunch of nails in her beak, as you can see here. And just, let's bring the fox in, as Walter was thanking the duck, thank you very much, the fox rolled up his sleeves and started to dig. Okay, something is happening here. Then Sudan, the rhino, showed up carrying lots of wood. Wow, look how strong he is. Wow, he must be strong as all your dads. The animals had come to help Walter rebuild his house. That's fantastic. They've come back to help him. Even the architect cat and her sidekick Mouse. And who would have guessed they were architects? Coincidence. Giving. His best friend Francis, remember, from France, also came to make food for all of the hard workers. And you can see here is boiling something up. Looks like apples to me. Wow, this is fantastic. Now he has a house and all his friends are there. Well, there's only one thing to do now. Once the house was built, the animals gathered to eat, drink, and celebrate their teamwork. And you can see here, guys, wow, let me see if I can get this. You can see the feast that we have going on here, the brownies and all the animals are there. The bull is playing the guitar. Even down here, you can see there is some ice cream going on with a marmot. Everybody's having a great time. And therefore, Walter's friends all got together and had not forgotten his kindness to them. In honor of their friendship, the fox, you can see the fox holding up the poem, decided to read the poem that he wrote. So let me read this for you. Walter the Wanderer by the Fox. Walter the Wanderer is our friend. He traveled the earth from end to end. While in China, he met a crane. Italy and France were us. My bad, let's go back. He went to Scotland and then to Spain. I hope you got that because I seem to have missed it. While in China, he met a crane. He met a samurai macaque in Japan. The USA had a football match, but nothing Walter was able to catch. Everywhere that Walter traveled, grumpy animals had him baffled. Then he gave us each a hug, whether rhino, cat, or bug. Walter's love has made us friends, and we will be friends until the end. Walter's good deeds made others believe that to give is really to receive. And with a big smile, Walter threw his hands up in the air and delivered a toast. He said, "Wonder more, because that is what life is for." And that was the end of the story. So Walter taught the animals about compassion and happiness, and through his travels, he learned all the different places in the world and different languages. But most importantly, he learned that to give to your friends and to your family, to take care of them, is actually receiving as well, because it's reciprocity and it goes around. So thank you very much for joining me for that adventure.
Thank you so much, Pavle. That was really, I just loved it. And I actually was saying all the words along with you when you
Wonderful, Tina. Thank you.
With that. And some of them I did not know, like the word for happiness. So
yeah, neither did I until I started writing this. That's very true.
Yeah. So I just want to remind people to let us know what you thought of the book in the comments. Let us know what you think kindness means to you, and say hi from wherever you're joining us from. And we're thrilled to have so many of you with us. And Kim says kindness is helping others, and I agree. I couldn't agree more. So I'd love to know, and I guess we should reveal at some point how many countries Walter did travel to.
Yes. Did we actually? Let's see if anybody is everybody going to post and guess how many? Because I get carried away when I read the book because I'm just thinking about going to these places. Unfortunately, we're not going to be going there anytime soon. But one day we will. So what did we have? So the first one was Spain. Second one is Italy. Third is France. Fourth is Japan. 5 is China, and 6 is the USA. So he goes to 6 countries, but then including Scotland, that's 7.
That's great. And are all these countries that you yourself have visited?
Yes, absolutely. I've definitely had the privilege of going to these countries and being very, very inspired by them.
And what's your favorite country to visit yourself?
Yeah, that's a very, very difficult one. But I think that, I like America very, very much. And I've enjoyed being here for 7 years.
Oh, wow.
There's something different about each one of those countries, but I'd probably have to say Scotland's my favorite.
Never
Because have you been, Dina, to Scotland?
I've not been to Scotland. My favorite is probably France, I have to say.
Yeah, it is beautiful. The food is fantastic there as well.
Exactly. So what does the book mean when it says to give is really to receive? I love that.
Yeah. So I think a lot of the time in society, sometimes we feel that, if you give, and the first person to start sort of giving is somebody that, people will take all the time from that person. But actually, what it usually fosters is reciprocity, and that's how culture was developed through trade, right? We're going way, way back. But I also find, from a personal standpoint, when you genuinely care for someone and you give them love and you give them your time and your attention, and time is the best thing that we can give, then it comes back in abundance. I don't have any kids, but I know friends that do, and I have a nephew, and I know that when I give my time and I give my love, then I get that back tenfold. So I think it's just really important to know that from a young age and continue giving that, because you will get it back in abundance.
Absolutely. I too have a niece and nephews, and so I don't have kids of my own, but I can totally appreciate that.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's very cool.
And I guess we should probably answer, what does kindness mean to you? And then I'll answer afterwards.
I think kindness means to be that you are thinking about not only yourself, but you're thinking about others. And I think the way that that helps kindness is being grateful. Being grateful for the roof over our heads, if we're that fortunate to have that, running water, taking showers. I mean, they're all pretty cool things. Having food. So when you start being really grateful for what you have, I think that you end up being a lot kinder, because you're kind to yourself. And is when you're kind to yourself and you love yourself, then you give yourself the possibility of loving others. So I think that's what kindness means to me.
I love the idea of being kind to yourself, especially now in the world that we're living in. I think it's really important to be kind to yourself, and then if you are to yourself, you'll be kind to others as well.
Yes.
Like you said, it plays off of each other. Yeah. I think for me, and we'd love to hear what everybody else thinks, but I think for me, kindness is showing compassion and empathy for others, and for being a good friend. And I think that for me is kindness, and knowing to do the right thing for somebody else. And if you are kind to somebody else, that, like you said, it'll come back tenfold. So.
Definitely. But I really agree with you about taking care of yourself, because you give yourself the energy to care for others as well. So you have to take care of yourself first of all.
Absolutely. And somebody says that kindness is helping others. Josh says that, and absolutely. And I know when I help somebody else, I feel good myself. So it's true. And Elise says kindness is coming together to make a difference with a good change. Absolutely.
Definitely.
I agree with that. And Donna said, Abe says kindness means being nice and happy to each other. Absolutely. I love the idea of being happy to each other. That's a great way to say it. Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah. So another question I have is, why do some animals have names and others don't in the book?
Oh, that's a very, very good question. So that's right. So there is Francis, the owl from France, that has a name. Walter has a name, and Sudan the rhino has a name. So the other animals are just animal names. Sudan has a name because that was the last white rhino, the name of the last white rhino before they became extinct, male white rhino. So we kind of dedicated it to Sudan. And Francis, we felt that that was his best friend, so he really should have a name. And I guess our imagination wasn't that broad to go outside of Francis from France, so that's why we named the owl Francis.
Love that. And I like how you made a tribute to Sudan. That's wonderful.
Yes.
And which countries are the angry animals from?
So some people ask me because it stops, the last country that's mentioned is America, and then the angry animals come. So some of the readers said, why did you make all the angry animals in America? Which I didn't. The angry animals are from a nondescript other countries, and also from the countries that you visited. So they come in all shapes and sizes, and angry, we get angry from time to time, we get frustrated in all the countries, but again, going back to what the message of the book is to show compassion to those people, and hopefully you can turn them around from anger to happiness. Xingfu.
Great. If anybody has any comments or questions, please let us know. And for Pavle, and somebody says kindness needs to be practiced. Absolutely. I think the more we practice kindness, the
the Bendels. Hey.
Yeah.
The Bendels are a fantastic family. Ashley Bendel, Scotland. Love it.
Oh, wow. Wow, joining us from there. And we have somebody else saying that being nice and happy to each other is kindness. And Abe says that, and I couldn't agree more. I'm just curious, are you wearing a kilt, and do people wear kilts?
I was contemplating it, and it was really, really hot today, so I didn't wear the kilt. But maybe if we do another reading at one point live, I'll wear the kilt for sure. I do have one. It's a must for every Scottish person.
Okay, and do people wear kilts these days? They wear them?
Yeah, another great question. They absolutely do. They wear it for formal occasions usually. I actually wouldn't mind. And my friend Ashley Bendel, I don't know if he has one, but a kind of a leisurely kilt, like a around the house kilt for less formal events.
Got it. That's great. Fun. I think let's see, are there 3 things that you would want people to take away from today? 1 to 3 things that you would want people to, what messages would you want people to take away?
I would hopefully want to take away the curiosity of some of the countries that Walter went to, and the animals there, and the people that live in those countries. So that curiosity is really, really important. They hopefully will take away that to give is to receive, and really starting kindness, and also to be kind of persistent. Sometimes when you're kind, not everybody responds like the animals did in this book favorably. But I think that once you are kind to yourself and you're kind to others, that will always prevail. So I think those 3 things would be great to take away from today.
I'm going to remember all that. I think it's really, those are great points. And I can't thank you enough. I don't know if there's anything else you want to add, but I really can't thank you enough. And if there's any last minute questions, please let us know.
Well, I would like to say thank you very much to you, Dina, and My Face, and to Karen as well for having me on for this reading. It's such a pleasure to be able to support My Face and the fantastic work that you guys do. I know that you guys have some donation links in some of the registered pages and stuff like that, so I would encourage people to donate to your fantastic cause. I also want to say that, which I think is just really important, that what My Face does, it doesn't only stop when it comes medically, but it comes to the pre and post surgeries as well, and all of that support for not only the patient, but for the families. And I think that's just so important. So in the business speak, holistic, and it really is. So I just want to make a note of that and say thank you again.
Thank you. And it was really great to have you join us last summer. We got to meet a lot of the families and a lot of our kids. And I know they all love the book. I got a lot of people that love the book. And somebody just wrote, Lisa.
Oh, Lisa Pelican, my acting coach.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
wonderful to see her. Yes, she
Wow.
is fantastic. She is an absolute fantastic human being.
Are you going to do, are you doing any acting? Are you planning to?
Yeah, with Lisa's help, we're trying to.
Ah,
It's tough.
nice.
It's tough. Yeah, we're doing some for sure, and it helps with the book readings as well.
That's
I
it.
don't know if I actually watched a little bit of Tom Hardy doing some readings. I don't know if anybody online has watched those, the CBBS, but they are really, really good.
And Karen says that thanks to you, and it was great to have you share your wonderful book. So,
Thank you.
and Amy says that they love the book. So yeah, it's a wonderful
Thank
book.
you, Amy.
It's not to love. So I really want to thank you for doing this, Pavle, and hopefully we'll be able to do more things in the future. We'll see some of your acting when you're ready as well.
Sounds good.
So thank you so much.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Tonight has been a pleasure, and we can't thank you enough, Pavle, and everybody else for joining us. Please share your thanks with Pavle too. If you don't already own it, Walter the Wanderer, you can find the request this book at your local bookstore or Amazon.com. And we hope to see you at our next event on Thursday, August 20th, which we're excited about, with the Paper Bag Players, which should be really amazing. And we have even a special guest who will also be performing for that, which I'm not going to give it away, but that'll be really special. And I just want to say that we also have a couple more shows about to be announced. So be sure to sign up and get the invites. And you can do so at rcp@myfaith.org/summer series to get email reminders about all of our upcoming summer exciting events. So thank you again, Pavle. It was really a pleasure to have you. Thank you, everybody, for joining us from far and wide, from all over the world, which was exciting. And have a good evening, everybody.